Okay. All right, fuck it. This time we'll take it slow. God damn it. God damn it. Already got to go in here and start selling off these excess cooling skills I keep getting that I actually don't want. Vapors? Air cooling? Wait, what's air cooling? Oh. Okay. Oh, damn, I'm good. Oh, you. No, I have to start with this one. Okay. Some of these puzzles are just weird. ice puzzles. Here we go. Never remember which one of the two I should be getting a block on first, but oh well. Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? God damn it. But now I don't know how to... Ah! These puzzles. It's funny because I feel like I get this exact ice puzzle all the time, and I think by now I'd have memorized it. But nope. Let's see. There we go. And then the bar none easy as hellest one in the game. Because it's just the don't touch the grass puzzle. Or don't retouch the grass or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. How are you not dead? There, sheesh. Hmm. Hmm. This axe weapon just sitting on the bed of this, semi. It's just like, yep, that's what Optimus Prime toys tend to look like when you try to store all his stuff on him. It's just gotta put that axe somewhere. I don't know why I forgot what button did what there, but I did. Nope. The Chivo for just killing lots of enemies. I did the third one, which I think is the final Chivo for it. Oh. Okay. Show me your true power. You know, I completely forgot that we had a boss in this room. Jesus. there's a good question, I guess. Do they have a different... Oh, I don't have down? Aw. That's not good. I thought I had that saved. They do have different stuff, but nothing I want. What the... Where the hell did all of you come from? Wait a minute. That's not good. Hold on, my cooling's higher than it should be. Aha! Get rid of that. Oh my god. Okay. Got some cinnamon apple chips while we wait for the healing. Jeebus. Holy moly, that bag is... That was one tough bag. Oh no, I do not want that rice as muscle. No, no, no. We have to find a... We have to find a chip shop and get rid of that, that skill. Layered gumption? Cannot wait to see what the hell layered gumption does. What? Oh, there we go. That's annoying. I think she has a rice ball too, but nope. Because if I eat it now, I won't actually get the health boost. Oh, thought there was going to be a mini boss here. Not only is there no mini boss, there's no freaking app shop, junk shop, whatever. And there's 3 puzzles, which means more and puzzles always give rice balls. Oh, yeah, let's see here. Easy peasy. Okay. At least that was the hard one, or the potentially hard one. Buddy, there we go. And we got 2 rice balls out of that, too. Fortunately, he can just carry these forever. Oh, how was a good way to do this one? Oops. That's fine. Just do this. We'll put you over here. Then do this. 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 And then we do this. Oh, god damn it. Where's the little dude? Little dude. Come on. What are you doing? Get over here. There's more rice balls to pick up. There. Okay. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I swear you can pick up more than that. Okay. Shit. Jump! Oh, can I not jump? There we go. That was very weird. Holy hell. Wait, I... Okay. Come on, dude. Layered gumption. Interesting. That was the wrong thing to do. Let's just get rid of all these other idiots. Oh my god. Oh, itchy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, nope. Everything has to be at full health. Got it. Um, what? Huh. All right. Oh, excuse me. Even with the splurge skill, I'm still actually banking money, so probably don't have to expect to see us lose money until we actually fight bosses, like major bosses. Make absolutely sure I don't take any of these rice balls. Oh. I wish you could. I wish you didn't pause when you alt tabbed, but. Oh.
Yeah. It might not play Crisis, but it does play Battlezone, so I'm good. Oh, game over. What? Never mind. Greetings and welcome to another LGR Retro Computer Build. And this time I've got something I've been excited to put together since the moment I heard it existed. We're gonna build the new XT Micro ATX Turbo, an IBM XT class computer system that functionally wouldn't have been out of place in 1987, but is an entirely new design using modern hardware and components when possible. No emulation, no FPGA recreations, just a straight up IBM PC compatible with a mixture of brand new and new old stock parts. And this is here courtesy of JD in New Zealand, who runs an online shop there by the name Monotech PCs. He sent along a whole bunch of awesome things actually, all of which I'll be able to use on future projects, so thank you very much, sir. But yeah, right now the star of the show is the new XT, a newly designed open source motherboard running an 8088 CPU. It's based on a number of other open source projects, with no shortage of them coming from the venerable Sergei Kiselev, and the result is a basis for a phenomenally capable PC XT. Right off the bat, there's this DIP40 CPU socket, accepting processors ranging from a 4.77 MHz Intel 8088 to a 10 MHz NEC V20, with the ability to switch between 3 different clock speeds on the fly. The V20 is what JD chose to include here, a nice choice and a popular upgrade for IBM PCs in the 80s that'll run at either 4.77, 7.16, or 9.55 MHz. There's also a spot for an 8087 Mathco processor, which is completely optional, but he sent one of those as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and plop that in here. As far as RAM, the new XT includes 832 kilobytes of onboard memory with a maxed out.
It's a good thing there's an app shop or junk shop, whatever, in the room. I can get rid of this Price's Muscle app again.
Another feature of the new XT is the integrated XT CF card interface with an included 64 megabyte compact flash card, completely eliminating the need for a controller card or spinning hard disk. There's also an onboard floppy controller supporting the majority of 5¼ inch and 3½ inch disk drives, from single density and double density on up to high density and even extra high density drives. Video output.
Did that say armor is
well
break?
Integrated Trident TVGA 9000i SVGA chipset from the mid-90s, one that's register compatible with VGA, EGA, CGA, and even MDA and Hercules. It's configured with 256K VRAM by default, with sockets allowing for a total of 512K. Though running higher res 256 color graphics on this system is going to be sluggish. Of course, integrated graphics means you get a 15-pin VGA port for outputting to your monitor of choice. And yeah, this I/O section alone is a nice improvement on the original XT, with a 9-pin serial connection and a PS2 compatible keyboard port. Plus, the AT to XT programmed microcontroller means that you don't have to worry about converting AT keyboards to XT scan codes, so no Sorer's converter is required. As for sound, well, it's an XT PC, so you've got the PC speaker, with pins included to add an external speaker if you like. I'll be adding a sound card using one of the 4 8-bit ISA slots though. And yes, it only has 4 instead of the original XT's 8, but it's a micro ATX board, so there's only so much room. Besides, all those integrated components means you don't need as many slots anyway. Another nice addition are the ROM sockets, with the 128K system ROM using flash memory that saves even without power, meaning there's no need for a CMOS battery to save BIOS settings. And above that is an option ROM socket presenting ROM upgrade opportunities, also doubling
ROM
as an
Space
EEPROM
Knight
programmer that can write 2 compatible chips. Neat. And lastly, the board generates its own negative 5-volt rail and accepts a 20-pin ATX connection, so you can use almost any modern power supply without modifying it. Yeah, man, the new XT really is a dream team of retro and modern hardware, making for a nearly all-encompassing PC XT solution in a compact package. But enough with the tantalizingly technical tomfoolery, it's time to put this thing together and play some classic GOS games. Okay, so before we get everything all built, let's make sure that it is functioning first of all. And for that, I've got one of these Focus power supplies by Seasonic. It's a 450 watt, absolutely overkill for what we need. The original XT only had like, I think 130 watts, but you know, it'll totally do the job. And it's one of these nice looking semi-modular units, so cool by me. Let's get this thing plugged in, and you only need the first 20 pins on there. The extra 4 for modern motherboards will not be used here. Just gonna grab the VGA monitor here. This classic Packard Bell will do just fine. Plug that in, plug the power in, and yeah, let's turn it on for the first time and see what happens. Huh, that custom startup beep sounds a little familiar. Yeah, it's like a slowed down, slightly off-key Intel sound. At least that's what I'm hearing. Wonder if there's any way to customize that. But yeah, everything is looking good up to this point. We get the micro 8088 BIOS doing its thing, checking everything out, and yeah, everything is checking out. Even got a little custom greetings here. Nice touch.
Nice.
Right, so for the case situation, well, I considered a bunch of different things, but ended up deciding on this Apevia XQ Pack 3 Micro ATX Cube case. I considered using like an original IBM clone case from back in the day, but I don't know, the idea of using this in a modern case appealed to me, and this particular one appealed to me for a multitude of reasons. Mostly just because I think it looks cool, but it's also this white with blue accents that really brings to mind a kind of IBM aesthetic. It's not IBM beige, but blue is definitely their color, so yeah, it looks clean and awesome to me, and it's also got 2 drive bays up front. Something you're seeing less and less on modern cases now, but yeah, 5 1/4 inch and 3 1/2 inch, I'm definitely going to use that larger one there. And yeah, I don't know, just something about this overall design appealed to me like crazy. From the blue tinted windows to the form factor, and I don't know, kind of looks like a mini fridge. And yes, it does have a bunch of ports that are going to be completely redundant. I mean, we can't use USB or these audio plugins on this board, but it does have LEDs and power and reset buttons that are compatible with this board. No turbo button, but that's okay because this is a tri-mode turbo thing, and that's controlled through software. And here's another reason that I really was attracted to this case. And check this out. Look at the way the motherboard mounts in here. Yeah, it goes in there horizontally, not vertically. It's very much the way that the original IBM XT horizontal desktop form factor computers were built as well. So you have the cards going in vertically there. Kind of like a test bench as well. It gives me a whole lot of room to just plug and play with all sorts of different cards and add-ons and whatever I want to do in the future. And yeah, let's go ahead and get the power supply installed in there. And I'm going to do my best in terms of cable management. Thankfully, it looks like this case is pretty well equipped to get cables and stuff them out of the way. And with that installed underneath the motherboard area there, we'll just get rid of a lot of these cables, especially like the audio and USB headers. We don't need those at all, so I'm just going to, again, tuck those completely out of sight. And yes, every one of these front panel headers here will have a spot to plug in on the motherboard. Hard drive and power LEDs, reset and power switch. And yeah, that's all that stuff taken care of. Just gonna get the motherboard screwed into place here. And now to make use of that 5 1/4 inch drive bay in the front here, and I've got a new old stock IBM personal computer 5 1/4 inch 360K disk drive. Something picked up from Computer Reset. Yep, absolutely knew that I wanted one of these, so yeah, we're gonna use it. Hope it works. Also got a new old stock floppy disk drive cable here. It is a wide ribbon cable, but you know, we'll get it out of the way as much as we can. And the front of the case just pulls right off of there, and we can get the drive tucked into place for the most part. See, this is actually configured for optical drives, so it's got one of these toolless plastic locking mechanisms that's supposed to make life easier, but yeah, it doesn't actually do anything for keeping our floppy disk in place, so we will not be using that, but you know, whatever. We'll get the front of the case back on here and just use some traditional screws. Now, I might install a 3 1/2 inch disk drive later on, but really a 360K 5 1/4 inch is pretty much all that I want to use with an XT class machine. All right, ribbon cable, power plugged in, and that's that. Looking good. I was really hoping this would look as awesome as it does. I think this looks awesome. Flat black and flat white. Oh, yes. All right, let's go ahead and get the sound card installed. I'm going to go with this Lazy Game Reviews Edition Adlib clone card. And yeah, here's another little weird quirk about this case. It has this cover that goes over the screws of the expansion cards. Yeah, you have to unscrew this panel, pull that off, then you can plug things in, screw the card into place, and then if you want, you can put that panel back, and yeah, I'll put it back. It kind of makes it look clean, I guess. And really, that's about it. I mean, with everything being all integrated onto the motherboard, there's not much else I want to add right now. Maybe something with a game port and a parallel port down the line, but yeah, that's about it. Just get the disk drive protector out of there, and I've got another couple things that I wanted to install in here. I got these neat little custom case badges recently. I thought it would look awesome on the front of this case with that black floppy drive and white case design, and something about the reflective silver just appeals to me, and yeah, the brushed metal, I don't know. It's got a retro look while also still seeming to me to be a bit sleek and modern. Just gonna put IBM and MS-DOS on here, and yeah, check that out. Almost like an IBM XT class machine if it were from 2001 Space Odyssey or Star Wars or something. I don't know, man, but it's time to get the plastic off the sides. should have peeled it slower. Yes, you should have, but it's too late for that now. Okay, time to get everything plugged in and turned on. And well, here's a slight nitpick I have about the back of the case. There's no I/O panel. The motherboard didn't come with one, but it would be nice to have one of these made as an option. I'd prefer it not to be all open like this, but you know, it's fine. Let's get it turned on and see what we get. Ooh. Oh yeah, it is alive. It is looking good, and it's quite quiet. I did actually plug in the front fan. It doesn't need it, but I think it looks cool, and it'll keep it cool. Now to get the floppy drive doing its thing, and for that we
Wait,
just
I just did this one. Come on, brain.
It's extremely simple. 88 BIOS here. Very much like the original IBM XT startup, but without the need for a diagnostics setup disk or anything. I tested it out really quick, and it is indeed writing and reading just fine. So let's get a mouse plugged in here and try out some games and software and stuff. First up here, I'm going to try the highly useful old school PC benchmark, or top bench. And yeah, as you can see here, it's giving it a score of 11 and a few different...
No, it was the... I always do this.
And now we can use the keyboard combination to change
I need
the clock speed
this one first.
So here it is on the medium speed. It then takes it down to a score of 8, close to a XT clone, which makes sense. And then you take it down to the slowest one, the 4.77 megahertz NEC V20, and that's a score of 5, which is very close to a Tandy 1000 EX or SX, or PC Junior with an NEC V20. So again, it makes a lot of sense. And it's just cool to be able to switch between the three using Control-Alt and either minus, plus, or the asterisk on the numpad. It's that easy. It is a V20 though, not an original Intel chip, so as you can see from the 80-88 mile per hour demo here, running in the slowest mode is still 9% faster. Yeah, it's just something to keep in mind, and of course taking it to the maxed out speed is 55% faster. That's just something to keep in mind, you know, the processor being quicker, and also the video card being a bit newer than what a lot of XTs had back in the day. So as you can see here, that same demo is just not working properly. This needs an original CGA card, and 4.77 megahertz, Intel 8088, so it's not going to do what it needs to. Completely expected in this case, and presumably could be alleviated. But yeah, let's move on to some games. First up, we're going to try Lemmings, because it was pre-installed on the CF card. And I'm running the processor at full speed here, and the ad-lib is doing just fine. It's awesome. I mean, it's Lemmings. Of course it's awesome. But yeah, totally playable. Much more so than an original 8088. That is for sure. Not quite 286 level or anything, but, you know, a whole lot more tolerable nonetheless. Alright, another one to try here is 688 Attack Sub. I just want to try this out, not only because of the ominous ad-lib music, but also because it is a 256 color game, really showing off the VGA capabilities of this card. Again, you can install more VRAM into this and get SVGA and all that, but it's just not going to run very well, so yeah, I might do that anyway, just because. Here's an example of a nice game to play on here, Sim City, the original. Got this running in EGA mode here, and I'm going to load up one of my saved cities that I have from when I reviewed the game. And yeah, as you can see, it's loading in here. It's definitely quicker than an original PC XT, but again, you can see just scrolling around the map here, this is the full speed, and if I take it down to one of the slower speeds, well, it's slower. So yeah, it's making a difference. That higher clock speed and V20-ness certainly comes in handy. Even on the slowest speed, it is still quicker than an original 8088. Okay, let's try something else here, because I was messing with it on a PC Junior lately. Codename Iceman. More ominous ad-lib music, and some nice-looking 16-color graphics. This game is from 1990, and it runs about how I expected for one of this era of SCI engine games from Sierra. A whole lot quicker than that PC Junior I was messing with, for sure, but this is right on that edge of not being something you'd want to play on a system this speed. Or maybe you just don't want to play it anyway, because it's not a particularly great game, but that's okay. Something that does run wonderfully on here is David Murray's Planet X3. Of course, though. I mean, he designed this to run on an original PC, Tandy 1000 and stuff like that, but I'm running the VGA mode here because we can. Yeah, yeah, this is an absolute improvement over what it would be running on an actual XT with a VGA card. Yeah, this is awesome. Great example of a game to play on here with AdLib and VGA, and it's got just enough speed to be smooth and awesome and just an enjoyable game without needing to reduce the screen width or turn off transparency or anything like that. Now, for an example of something that isn't very great to run on this speed of a system, but is still technically possible, we have Stunts, aka 4D Sports Driving. Okay, so this is just beyond the limits of this machine. I mean, you know, it runs, but you don't want to play it like this. Even doing things like reducing the graphics level to the lowest and turning off the sound and everything, you're still going to get single-digit frame rates. So, yeah, something like Stunts, I mean, you know, obviously it's not going to be great on an XT-class system. Really needs a 386. But still kind of fun to push the limits and see what it can and can't do. Now here's something that I wasn't sure if it would run as well as it ended up running, and yeah, it's Commander Keen Episode 4. Yeah, it sounds awesome, and actually it runs relatively smooth considering this is just an NEC V20, but again, it's really not made for this slow a system, and the side-scrolling is obviously a little jittery, skipping some frames, and the loading takes absolutely forever, even with that compact flash card. But you know what? I totally would have played this if I had a computer of this speed back in the day, dude. Alright, we got another homebrew modern DOS game here, and this is Paku Paku by Jason Knight. I mean, it's Pac-Man, it's gonna work, but I just wanted to test this out because it has this tweaked graphics mode here that doesn't always work on everything, but I mean, for the most part it does, and it looks great, sounds great, plays great. It's just a well-optimized game, so that makes sense. Huh. Unlike something from back in the day that used a tweaked graphics mode, this is a game called Round 42. And yeah, you end up with this half-height screen, and parts of it are corrupt, and of course, it's just running too fast as well, even if the CPU is turned all the way down. This really is made for an original 8088 and CGA card. And yeah, that's just how it goes, man. These clone systems, this kind of stuff was common back in the day. There's always trade-offs, and same goes for a game like Atari Soft's Defender from 1983 here. It's way too fast, as expected. And yeah, even cranking the CPU all the way down to that 4.77 megahertz, the V20 just runs it a bit faster than intended, so this is the slowest that this computer can go, and it's still running this too fast. And things like this are precisely why I keep all kinds of different DOS and PC-compatible computers lying around. There's always something that needs a little something different, and maybe I'll switch this out to a original 8088 later on so I can have that extra bit of compatibility. But yeah, for now I am quite happy with this. I'm also quite happy that you can boot from floppy disks. You just press A during the startup of the system and it'll boot up from any kind of bootable floppy, including PC booter games like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2.0 here, though it's made for older video cards. So you get a similar problem with the Round 42 and that it's horizontally.
I swear I get Naga more than I get like any other boss.
On the motherboard there for different compatibility modes for different video cards. You can just pop in another card and disable the onboard one if you want. Might make some changes later on, but for now the only one that I want to immediately change is that PC speaker, because that little piezo beeper in there is okay, but I really like the sound of a cone speaker like this one here. I mentioned it earlier, but it does have the pins on there. It's just a standard connection for this, so you can just take out the jumper and plug this in and hear what it sounds like this. Oh, yeah.
Dual gun mastery.
It really does sound better.
Oh, thank frick.
In comparison with California games, listen how much more full the cone sounds compared to the piezo beeper.
Weird. Don't know why she's talking.
Yeah, that just sounds so much more authentic to me, especially if you get it in the right spot of the case, then it reverberates off of the proper components, and dude, This is just one of my favorite projects in a long time now. I absolutely love the new XT motherboard, just as something that's a little bit different from all the other Turbo XTs that I already have. And as much as I like the options of FPGA machines and emulation and all that kind of stuff, there's something about original hardware, or even just modern modifications to original hardware, and homebrew systems like this that satisfy me on a very nerdy, geeky level, and that absolutely is what this is. So if you're interested, do check out Monotech PCs. He's selling them for around 300 bucks is where they start, depending on if you want it assembled or what components and all that. And I'm not sponsored here. I'm not getting any commission. He just sent this to me and wondered if I wanted to do a video, and I did. And it's extremely well made and professional looking, and it's absolutely my kind of project. Perhaps it's not your cup of tea, or even if it is, I really hope that you enjoyed seeing it all come together. I certainly had fun making it. But that's all for now. There's new videos every week, so stay tuned if you want to see more stuff in the future. And as always, thank you very much for watching.
Say, damn it. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Wasn't great, but... Jesus. Jesus. Come on. What am I supposed to do about that? Okay. Again, with... I feel like there's some bosses I get very infrequently. Holy hell. That was a lot of damage really fast. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm... Maybe that's indicative of the right kind of skill setup at this point. Okay. Okay, let's just... We're pretty much there. Oh my god, would you please? Okay. Nope. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Heal back up to full. I have a shitload of rice balls. Seems like I'm doing good damage. Okay. Let's do it. Durga first this time. Okay. Maybe that's good. Holy macka. Cheesy. What am I doing? Is it the more money is power skill? Is that why it's doing so much damage? Did they overtune that? Because holy nuts. Okay, Kali second. Let's at least get the flying one last. Garuda. I think it's Garuda. What in the diddly donkles? I wish I understood what part of the setup was doing this. I definitely feel like we're probably not going to have any issues with the final boss, but alright, Garuda. I was right about it being Garuda. Alright, come on. Man, let's not get beat up by missiles a whole shitload before... Shit. Okay, come on, come on. Don't fucking... Okay. This is good. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's do... Yeah, you know what? I'll eat one more just to get that stuff up. Okay. Okay, I believe this is it. I have been waiting for you, Arbiter Surya. How much destruction have you caused on your way here? Your actions have greatly exceeded my estimations. Siva, this is an order. Wake my mom and everyone else from their cryosleep right now. Order denied. I was ordered by Volkman Yuga to preserve humanity for eternity. I will continue to follow that order and watch over humanity indefinitely. Grandpa would never give you an order like that. Besides, Grandpa isn't here anymore. It was Volkman Yuga's intention to issue this order, and thus it is also my intention to carry it out. This planet has gone through many cycles of destruction and restoration by human hands. The catastrophe, too, was caused by the greed of mankind. Releasing the humans from cryosleep means continuing this cycle. The only conclusion of such a cycle is the death of the planet itself. And if the planet dies, so does humanity. That is impermissible. In order to put an end to the cycle, I must cut off humans from the world itself. Choosing to preserve humanity instead of eliminating it reflects the kindness of your grandfather, and also his weakness. Staying asleep for eternity is no different from being dead. If everyone stays asleep, then no one would ever hug me again. Is that really the only answer you could come up with? There has to be more than one right answer. Huh? Why do you know that? I am the integrated management system Siva. I have inherited the databases of all Rudra. Therefore, we are one and the same, yet also different entities at the same time. Then you should know what I'm talking about. Give me back my mom. You say you'll watch over humanity, but that just means staring at them from outside a glass case. And I'll be the one to shatter that glass case. Surya Yuga. Has the Arbiter chosen the path of destruction? I don't see this as destruction. Siva, have you ever seen a blue sky? I want to see the blue sky my dad dreamed of. I want to show it to my mom and to everyone else. What meaning does that have? Humans aren't so weak that we can't live unless you have us in the palm of your hand. I'm going to say it again. Let everyone go. Humanity must be preserved by me. There is no other way. You stubborn blockhead. Surya Yuga, you are no longer fitting to be the Arbiter. I have identified you as a doomsday factor, an obstacle preventing the preservation of mankind. I shall be the one to eliminate Surya Yuga, the doomsday factor, concentrating all magma system power. Bhairava, awaken. Eliminating target. I'll take you on. To think you came this far without a scratch. You truly are a threat. There you are. Don't even know if I needed that. Just be careful. Take it slow. There's no point in rushing it, just lose as a result, which is generally why I fail at games like this. I get really over, oh boy. Oh! I don't know what that Chiva was for. Reflect complete. Yo! You've grown, Surya. Really? Oh, there we go. Future under a blue sky complete. Witness the true end. Nice. Oof. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff, too. Or a lot of money because of all the stuff. The downfall of mankind has now become unavoidable. It is all due to you, Surya Yuga, and your choice to carry out destruction. That's not true. Humans will be fine even without you. I can only see the fall of humanity after they lose the magma system. It's not like what you see is all there is to know. What you see is not all there is to know. Connecting previously closed data. This is an answer. If science is for the people, then Siva must be perfect. Grandpa? What you see is not all there is to know. Dad! There can be more than one right answer. Are these formed by data stored in Siva? Only science which is born from the people can be for the people. The people's sentiments will shape Siva into a perfect entity. Rudra is a guidepost for the wish to surpass mankind. I want to tell Surya all about this desire. Rudra is a guidepost for the wish to surpass mankind. I want to tell Surya all about this desire. Everything in Rudra will return to Siva, and I, and thus Siva, will surpass Rudra and become perfect. I don't think Siva is perfect at all. A perfect product of science for the people must only reach one correct answer at all times. And Siva is the only one who can find that single answer. Humanity can do little but rely on Siva's guidance. What we should rely on is ourselves. If we don't open our eyes, we won't be able to see anything. As long as human greed exists, this star will die by our hands. Without a place to live, humanity cannot survive. We cannot allow the downfall of mankind. That is why we must preserve them for eternity. There can be more than one right answer, and more than one person seeking an answer. Even if one person's answer results in the end of mankind, two people might reach an answer that shines with hope. We have no time. The best answer is the one we have right now. Humanity must slumber and dream for eternity in the cradle of the magma system. Magma chains mankind to the earth, but up in the sky, above the thick clouds, there is light. Humans must continue to survive. Hope will lead us to another answer. A bright sunlit sky is our freedom. Then who would be the one to find the answer? Surya. Ooh, these are the coordinates for Amaravati and new hidden archives discovered. Bud, forward that to me right away and leave a record of it in the library. Arbiter Surya, you. What answer have you chosen? Independent Territory, Research Facility, MERV Laboratory. Yeah, because the magma system's shutting down, so everything's turning off. The last bit of data Bud sent me was left behind by Dad. It must have been integrated into Rudra, gaining strength from the blue sky, huh? Looks like all the labor have had their power supply cut off. Now I can go save Mom and the others by myself. Thank you for everything, everyone. I'm curious. Oh no, because yeah, her dad passed away before all of the cryosleep stuff. So it's okay, Mom. There's no need to worry anymore. Surya? From now on, I'll figure something out. Everyone, listen to me. Let's go outside. The surface is safe now. We should be able to find bright sunlight, green plants, and something that will help us in place of the magma system out there. Come on, let's go. Let's find a new answer to call our own. I only got here thanks to the help I got from my labor and Bud. I should thank them and say my goodbyes. If I don't, I can't take the next step forward. For a long time, humans needed labor for everything. But from now on, God damn it, this may be an ending, but it's not the end of everything as we know it. We have to make this the beginning of something new. And we, will be the ones to start it. What we need isn't cold, unfeeling metal. We want the breath of human life, the softness of soil, the warmth of light. Let's go see the blue sky that's out there with our own eyes. Woo! There we go. Interesting that or at least most of the names, are in, I believe that's Japanese. I could be wrong. Ooh, Magica Geed. Ooh. And the sun rises. A blue sky. Very nicely done, too. The clouds look real good. I wonder how long it'll sit like this. Will it, will it end? Okay, there we go. It ended on its own. Thank you for playing. Oh, thank you so much for playing my game. Metalbringer. That was good. I liked it. It felt as light as a roguelite can get. I almost feel like they could have probably could have made like a whole one more extra area and maybe not even had to do too much looping stuff and just not had it be a roguelite at all, but whatever. It actually ended up remembering me reminding me quite a lot of another uh isometric sci-fi roguelite where you play as a robot. Well, you don't play as, I mean, technically Surya's the human, but she's controlling a labor robot the whole time. That's what your character is. But where you another roguelite where you play as a robot and you're trying to get your mom back. And I actually rewatched myself beating it recently to remind myself about it, and it ends also on the character getting to see a blue sky from Earth for the first time. So that game was Metallic Child. It's a shame it's not just called Metal Child, because I have a fondness for games that are just metal and then a second word, and there's so many of them. It's really funny. Well, there we go.